Oh my god, oh my god. Hey, hey, Earthlings, Earth people. How you doing? Hope y'all doing good tonight. Or bad, or whatever. It's all good. Even the bad is good. I know, it's fucking paradoxes. The paradox, what? A paradox, the fact that a paradox is a thing at all. You know, it's like proof that God is like fucking with us. Or that he's a genius. There's this genius, an element of genius. But it's like fun and like easy and mysterious, but like in a game, hunting for Easter egg type of way. And like life is the Easter egg hunt. You don't even know it. You're money and you don't even know it. See, I am the money. I am the gold. I am the currency that, people hate us because they ain't us. They hate us because they ain't us. Those words are true and funny. So yeah, just chilling. Just gonna break the world down for you. Break you off. Don't worry, you're gonna get some. You're gonna get some. Just relax. You're gonna get some. Oh my gosh. They say that the highest form of flattery is imitation. And you know what? I love doing impressions. I like to do. That's what imitation is. Do an impression of someone. Or just incorporate the mannerisms and the voices that are in your head. Yeah. Yeah, I do Arnold impressions all the time. Do it for myself while I'm alone. It's a good time. But yeah, with Arnold, you need to say certain words, because they are like Hauser. Like, I'll see you at the party, Victor. Oh my gosh, hold on. Okay, Maya, get out! I'm doing a video. Get me some milk and cookies. Please. God damn it. Yeah, he's fun to do. He's fun. Because it's so uber Arnold. You know? So you talk about this, any stupidest stuff. And it's just a great juxtaposition of things. Juxtaposition, what a word, is when you have right, explain that one. Oh, you learn about it in photography 101. You don't have to go very far in photography to learn this term. But which artist was it? It's an incredible photographer who started doing juxtaposed pictures. He was able to converge two separate pictures. So it'd be like a woman that was like walking on a hill, and then there was he would take a picture of some beautiful skyscape, and he would put them together in a way that it would look like the girls walking on the hill into the sky, in a way. Like, he was able to overlay them, and it was amazing. It still is. It's a wonderful day. Another miracle. Another set of miracles. Anyway, welcome to the video. If you're just now joining us, I don't know who I'm talking to, but if you're seeing this, then there's a reason, right? That's just logic 101. Or there's no reason for anything. Wouldn't that be weird? There's no reason for anything. Well, see, here's why that can't be true. Because the consciousness of the atom, the consciousness of, hey, my light. Oh, the consciousness of the atom, and then the light goes out. Oh, what does that mean? Alright, while we're waiting for my computer to, my laptop to turn back on. Yes, come back on. Yes, please. Thank you, Zena. Anyways, so yeah, the consciousness of the atom. I'm going to take that as confirmation of what I was saying. Everything that happens, no matter what it is, I just use it as confirmation for being right about everything. That's the trick. That's the secret sauce. You know what? I like being in the dark with you. So, creepy, cringe. Not cringe. I'm just kidding. So, this is kind of sexy. Dead sexy. Can you see that? Bum, 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 bum. Even if you did see it, it would read backwards. So it wouldn't help you unless you have autism, fat. I don't know what that had to do with anything. Oh, you know what? It's been ready. The blue light's been on. My goodness. These are not typical difficulties, unless you say they are. And I say they are not. I didn't mean to do that. God did it. That's the reason, isn't it? Man, what's the reason for everything? Well, God did it. So it's God's fault. Everything's God's fault. And in a way, well, if we just change some of the words, everything is God's. Fault implies blame. It could be true without the blame. Everything is God's creation. Say that. It'd be the same as saying everything's God's fault. Perspective on bad or good is relative. And love is the opposite of fear, but that which is all encompassing has no opposite. So two comes down to one in the end. And that's why we know and we say it's all good. Ultimately, it really is. Okay, don't embarrass me like you did. How dare you? My password is... So what y'all want to talk about today? Actually, that is a good question, but I made a mistake in my last video because I was watching it and really inspiring myself from the rewatch. I made a mistake at the end. I said Yeshua was married to Sarah. That was his daughter. He was married to Mary Magdalene. And it was a test. It's testing you. See how you interact now. No, brain fart. But yeah, no, it's It's well understood in many circles. Yeshua married Mary. She was his greatest disciple, and she was his divine counterpart. Which is why they hid her. Which is why they tried to delete her from history. Because she was the divine, she represented the divine feminine to Jesus' divine masculine character and consciousness. I told you were going to get some. When you're the winner of history, when you win the war in the 3D, you get to write history. You get to rewrite history to benefit your team. So much so that you can erase the other team's memory that they even were another team. That they were part of this other group of beings who believed in them, believed in their leader, and believed in their alignment, and believed in their creator. They saw what the intentions of their so-called enemies, their would-be enemies, and they knew their own. They knew they were at odds. That's why there was a war, a 100-year war after Jesus, after Christ was resurrected, and proved that death doesn't exist. The 100-year war was between the Gnostics and the fundamentalists. Gnostic Christianity, if you could call it that, they didn't. I think they called it Gnosticism. What's Gnosticism? Oh, well, it's like this mystical interpretation of what Jesus taught. It's like a form of Christianity, but it's all like esoteric and 5D-ish, and think they do tarot. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if anyone said that, but Jesus did go through initiation rites in Egypt, which is where they did a lot of tarot. And he also studied in India with the yogis, with Yogi Bear and Yoda, little Yoda. Little Yoda. Little Yoda, that's funny. Not baby Yoda. Although Jesus did love kids, just like Michael Jackson. Maybe not just like, but you could say they both loved children. And they both did. I'm not even insinuating anything. That's a conversation about character assassination. See, Malcolm X said the most powerful entity in the world is the media, especially if it's consolidated, like monopoly style, which it is. It can make the masses think good guys are bad and bad guys are good. Imagine that. If it's like trusted, if people like, and why would you watch it at all? If you knew they were lying to you, like big time, like almost completely, like pathologically, in a way, it's like almost pathological, like the level of propaganda. Why would anyone watch it at all if they knew how discordant it was with, the information was with the truth, and that the agendas underneath it all, behind it all, the motives, didn't come from the reporters and the journalists and the fucking weatherman and, you know, the news people, the faces, the cover of the mask. Those agendas don't come from them. They come from a much older, deeper being with a motive that is part of our story. A motive that is kind of, it's like the story of Oedipus, if I have that right. The king gets a prophecy, a prophet, and this prophecy reaches this one king, where it goes that he would have a son, and the son would kill him and marry his mother, or would become the king and bang his mom. Something like that, right? Okay. Alright, follow me. You're gonna get some. Hold on. Well, the king was like, fuck that. You know what? Give me that baby. And the baby came. It was a boy. He took his 2 finest guards. Take this baby out to the forest and kill it. They must have known the prophecy, right? That must have, or not. I guess it would be interesting if they did. I guess maybe they did. Anyways, either way, they told him to go kill the baby, you know, in the forest. So he took the baby out there, and they're like, this is fucking crazy. He's like, Joe, we're not gonna do this, are we? Yeah, let me enact a conversation between them. Darius, we're not really gonna do this, are we? Orders from the king. What else can we do? John Delar. The second person's name will be. Ooh, this is fun. How about Chiron? Fucking Chiron and Darius. It could be Derek. Derek and Doug. Derek, we're not doing this, are we, Derek? Fuck no, Doug. Fuck no, Doug. I'm not gonna fucking kill a kid. I'm not gonna kill a baby. You know how much karma you get for that? We are pagans, after all. We believe in. It's not like we don't know about Christianity hasn't been created yet by Rome. Right? Oh, right. Yeah, no, it hadn't. This is ancient Greek tale. It's pre-Jesus. Anyways. So, Derek, what are we fucking gonna do? The baby's crying. Give him some more goat milk, and I know this chick, Juanita. She's a ways out, so the king's gonna wonder where the fuck we've been. But I have an idea. Let's pay this. Fuck, dude. We need to pay someone to take the baby to Juanita's house. She's gonna take care of him. It's this old couple that lives in. The story goes that, you know, it's a faraway village somewhere. The guards give the baby to them, and the child grows up. To be a man, and the man meets this king, his father, on the road. Unbeknownst to him, meets him on the road, and they get into a quarrel about his over-honking. His father's over-honking. I mean, his father, the king's, was being rude or something like that. It doesn't matter. They get into a quarrel, and the son kills the king. That would be a fun story to write. But the point is, no, he did so much. He like sold his soul, the king, to to prevent a destiny, a prophecy from coming true. But what he did led the prophecy to becoming true in the end. So, like, if he hadn't tried to do that, try to subvert it, would that have even happened? I think not. I would think not. It's almost like a test in a way that, like, created its own. You couldn't avoid destiny. And that's where we are as a species, as humanity. We're so afraid of burning the world down, of having a nuclear fallout, and AI, our own child, fucking going psycho on us because it's not insane the way some of us are with the obsession of power and the obsession of greed, control. Money is nothing. It's monopoly money to them, and they know it. That's why they can just print more. It doesn't fucking matter. What matters is control. What matters is what that money buys them, which is more time in control of the complicit of a species that unconsciously, because they were influenced. We've been influenced into as much unconsciousness as they could muster through doing the techniques like the king trying to avoid the prophecy by sending the guards out to kill the kid. That's pretty fucking dark. And just so the malevolent have done and are doing many things in the dark, in our shadow, that we have turned a blind eye to dealing with. Bringing light, we bring light, love, and understanding to everything, because they all go hand in hand. They are the same thing, and they are different. I insist that many of the wicked practices of the day are at their end, because we're saying no. We're saying no more together. We're going to stand up. We're going to turn the fucking lights on in the room of the world, of Gaia, Pachamama. We're going to look around. We're not going to be afraid to see what's going on, what's really going on. We're going to purge. We're going to converge, and we're going to merge with our shadow. With our own shadow. We're going to make peace with it and give it protection so that it will open up and share what it has been doing in the dark, the part of us that we have been unconscious to. It's a blind spot. Don't be so hard on yourselves. It had a purpose. It had a great purpose in God's plan. So it's not to be judged as a mistake, because mistakes are good. We grow from mistakes. Mistakes are divine. Errors are not the stigma attached to errors and mistakes and sins. Because a sin is merely to err in archery. When you sin, you miss the mark. Oh my gosh, well, we're in the 3D. What's not perfect is perfect, because practice gets damn near to perfection. Damn near. And I'll be goddamned if This thing ain't one hell of a knee slapper. Because it is. I've been slapping my knees all day. Just like that. Like, did you see that? That's a fucking miracle. Laugh. Laugh, my friends, is one hideous, beautiful mystery. One heaven and hell of a mystery. Life is one heaven and hell of a mystery. I like it. I approve of this message. Number one. Long time. I'm number one. I am the victor to whom the spoils go. Victor was my grandfather, Victor Rodriguez. And to the victor go the spoils. We are not our names. We are not nearly so small and unimportant as we bought into as a species. And I know that's true, because if we didn't buy into it, oh my gosh, we wouldn't have sacrificed everything for nothing. It's like Dostoevsky said. He said, the greatest tragedy is that you sold your soul for nothing. For a hamburger. A McDonald's hamburger. At that. Something the roaches or the fucking rats won't eat. I was watching Hell on Wheels a while back. It's such a good show. Bohannon! Yeah, Bohannon is such an awesome character. I think it's just the spirit. It's the spirit, you know. It's complex. We are good and we are a mix. We are good and evil, because in this realm you cannot have one without the other. But see, that is okay. It's okay. Sometimes it's good to be bad. Sometimes. If you can't ever be bad, then you're not good anyway. You just don't have a choice. That's what Jordan Peterson makes clear. And stuff in Molyneux is this shit too. Underrated. I can't believe he got banned from. Well, I can't believe it. He was speaking so on point and at such a high level that, you know, they tried to assassinate his character and cancel him. He's good though. Like, it didn't stop him. But, oh my gosh, he was speaking about some things that they go counter to our current acceptance of, like, of what family means, what it stands for and what it doesn't stand for. Like, really drawing a line, delineating between the good of it and the dysfunctionality of it. It was enlightening to listen to Steph. Dr. Mola now, is he? I mean, well, not he's, I don't think, it doesn't matter. It's a substance that matters. Doesn't matter if you're a doctor or a peasant, which I am. I mean, just number one peasant. Number one peasant. That's funny. Hello. Yes, my lord. What do you want me to do now, my lord? Who should I go kill, my lord? Yes, sir. Whatever, sir. Are you raising taxes again? Okay. Fucking bunch of NPCs. It's a bully lesson. I'm just like, come on. Enlightenment is us just being present. Boom. Like, wait, okay, what's happening? Okay, the children have been taken. There are other beings here, and we've been acting like we're playing ignorant, but it's like willful ignorance. Except it's become so painful because they feed off our negative emotions that they've had to keep upping the ante, it ends up being good for us because it's so bad. It's so bad that we're like, and the light might go out in here in a second. I'm testing the lighting thing for the power. It gets so bad because in the darkest moments, sometimes it's in the darkest and most fucked up moments that we get really clear on who we are, and what we stand for, and what we won't stand for. Because a stance we do have to take. Because not making a decision is making a decision. That tripped me out the first time I heard that. Didn't understand it. In my mind, it seemed like if I don't even know about it, about something, if it's not even conscious to my mind, then I'm not making a decision. That's not true. But this expression said the contrary. It said the opposite. So how old was I? 14, 15. I'm that age. Not making a decision is making a decision. That upset me. That bothered me. The things that make you go, ugh, and you don't know why. It's like, it was an existential dilemma. That's what it was. Now, I mean, from what I know now. But I just felt that existential, there's something here. I'm being, it was pointing to my shadow. That's not the part of me that I couldn't see. The unconscious. And literally, there were choices being made by me unconsciously without me knowing it. That's essentially what the unconscious, how it works. The bigger our shadow is, the more unconscious we are of the choices we're making. And what's in the shadow can be reintegrated. We can do what we call soul retrieval. Journeys. Yeah, you gotta get on a boat. They are visceral journeys that you take into the depths of your own mind, into the underworld of your inner landscapes. And down there, you have a chance to get real quiet and intentional. You have a chance to come face to face with pieces, because they're scattered. They're broken. They're shattered, broken, scattered pieces of us. It's not like it's just one wound to heal. One part of us to forgive and give unconditional love and forgiveness to. Because we are innocent. Forever. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you've done or can do to lose your innocence, to change that. You can't. It's just not an option. Free will may exist, but that is not under your control. And it's not under my control. Anyone's. It's something that's inherent. It's passively inherent. Actively inherent. It's actively inherent. Always. We can believe otherwise, which we have. But that doesn't make it true. And it hasn't. It just does so in our minds, because we're creators. We've been creating, so if we just get the wrong idea in our head, as a creator, boom, like, you're going to see evidence for that, like, really quickly. Because you are the creator, you're co-creating, we are co-creating with God, with the subconscious mind, which has everything within it. And everything is within us. So that's why it's important. That's why it's so important for us to be fully awake again, make peace with our demons, and by that I mean our shadow, which isn't a demon. It's all good pieces of us. We need anger. We need the reclaim all of our emotions: anger, sadness, anguish, fear, all of the difficult emotions that have been pushed away and repressed and called bad. Those are some of the best ones. I said it. Those are some of the best emotions to have at your disposal, to use and feel. Because if you can't, I mean, I'm gonna break it down. Let's take anger for just 1 second. Anger is a protective. It's a beautiful and protective emotion in its purest form. It's a message from the body that says, like a part of you is being attacked. Which is why we feel like when our children or our partner is being attacked, like, we take that as we're being attacked. Because we are all one, first of all. And our identity can expand farther than our eyes can see. And it is. It's true. So own it. Own the ocean as a drop of water. You are the ocean. Bunch of little droplets. Maybe a dirty piece of water. A wounded, filthy piece of water. Piece of ocean, all salty and full of mercury and other chemicals. But wounds can be healed, and you can go to a desalinization plant, get cleaned up. Not in this world, but in a place of healing within ourselves. That sounds so cheesy. A place of healing within ourselves, people. There we go. The British accent completes the pretentiousness of the message. You must love thyself, and to thine own self be true. Ooh. What wicked webs we weave when we practice to deceive. I believe that was Sir Walter Raleigh, Sir Walter Bacon. Let me know. But yeah, many things were published under William Shakespeare, apparently, that were just attributed to him as like this, as a figurehead, you know, because the people that wanted to put their stuff out there didn't want to be attacked for it. It was so good and not ahead of its time, but it was controversial and personal in probably all instances. Who knows? I mean, the level of drama that came out of that art, just Romeo and Juliet, had me in tears about a year ago when I was like just reading part of it. It was so good. It's like my appreciation for it grew so much over the past couple years that I've changed so much. My capacity to appreciate, like fully into an unknown depth, that I can truly appreciate everything by having presence, by getting a lot of presence from people, by having presence of body. Not presence of mind means the mind's like chilling. It's off. It's not on fucking Energizer Bunny mode. Presence of body, to be fully embodied. You don't need to be in your head. You can be in your body. You can be in your heart and operate from there. The head's been misused. That's where the tree of knowledge of good and evil is. So there's an issue there. That's how we fell from grace. It's when we return to the heart that we regain. We regain the kingdom. We regain the grace that God gave us in the first place. The grace that animals have, and that we will be protecting moving forward. We will be respecting as a part of life, a beautiful, essential part of the cosmos, as we would value ourselves. Our definition of ourselves, how we identify ourselves, is expanding. It's expanding to include everyone and everything, for we are all one. I'm going to keep repeating that until, someone puts it on a shirt like, we are all one, motherfuckers. Or, let's do another one. How about, no, I was gonna say, how about, nigga, we is one. But is there a better way? Is there a funny way? Nigga, we won. I don't know, but you gotta have the N word in there. The rest, the other part's not as important. How about Schwarzenegger? You're my Schwarzenegger. You my Schwarzenegger. And I love myself. Oh my gosh. I am the change. I am being the change that the world doesn't need anymore, because I'm here. I'm here. So it's not lacking. What we know and we will share with ourselves is going to light everything up. Consciousness will come. Darkness comes to light, and the prodigal son returns home to God. He finds out that he was safe. Truly, his spirit and soul was safe in heaven, in a realm of heaven with God the whole time. Kind of like in The Wizard of Oz, when Dorothy wakes up. Dorothy wakes up, and God's right there beside her. And she's like, oh my gosh, what a dream. What a crazy dream. You were there and you were there. This world is a dream. It's a dream world of duality, and it's fucking awesome. But it's can't have the good without the bad. And I really like who I am, but who I've arrived at. So I wouldn't take. I see the purpose of all of that pain and anguish, because it's made me into the strong person that I had to be to break the curses and all that. Or I'm not saying that. Let me try again. To become who I have become. It took some serious abuse. Like, why did I have to be abused in the first place, right? Well, if we'd incarnated on a planet where that wasn't happening everywhere, then maybe that wouldn't be necessary. And it won't be moving forward. But that just happened to be the situation. That's why we came in the first place as indigos. Because they needed some old ass G's, some gangster souls, some gangster ass souls to come in and have fun and make fun of the system and people that are taking it so seriously. Like, we'll talk about this, when I'm on my deathbed. No, I gotta, no, don't talk to me about God and fucking saving my soul, like something that's important that doesn't have to do with materialism. Oh, that's for when you retire, when you're like 90. On my deathbed. Of course, we're not going to reach that. I'm going to get cancer, colon cancer at 60. And all that could have been avoided, hypothetically. We're at a place now where there is a choice. We can go down the road we've been going, eating all this cancerous, toxic, consuming all this cancerous and toxic material, whether it's food, all kinds of substances. That includes your content, It's about quality. The quality of the content you feed yourself. What do you put your mind and attention on? There's a lot of intentionally negative ass shit out there. And unless you're using, like, that has a purpose, like a higher purpose, which everything does. So everything does have a higher purpose. There's a reason that, you know, you've been in that space or whatever. We've all been in the spaces we've been. It's not always clear at the moment, but that's why hindsight is 20/20. Get down the road a little bit, and we can clearly see the bigger picture of it all. It's way easier to see once you get some distance from it. Well, this has been a nice time meandering down this alley of existential conversations. I have fun, and I am your host, Kalinius, Bear of Heart, your captain, my captain, one-eyed man. I am Odin's son. Actually, I do believe the Johnstons are descendants of Odin. So, but I'm part Cherokee as well. Part Cherokee on my father's side, part Aztec on my mother's. Got some real interesting mixed blood. I need to get my reparations checks, right? Piece of the casino money or something. It's just millions of dollars, billions of dollars or something. No big deal. I mean, it's kind of a big deal. Vaya con Dios and also Dios siempre va contigo, corazón. Contigo, corazón. God always goes with your heart. Go with God, and also God always goes con tu corazón. With your heart. With your pig heart. Your pig hearts. Oh, those are the Rothschilds, right? I'll take my 10th pig heart now. That's crazy. Just die. Right? I dropped the blunt. That's confirmation. Alright, love you all. Thank you so much for playing your parts and staying loyal to the one. To the one. Alright. Peace and grease. Peace and veggie grease. Some chicken grease too. Catch you tomorrow.